being an empath is something I cultivated. I don't think we're naturally inclined toward that. But empathy, being empathetic, to me means feeling compassion for a situation where there's a great deal of human suffering involved. But it's a little more abstract. We're a little more distanced from it. Being an empath, however, means feeling another's pain as they experience it. In other words, being able to set my personal feelings along those lines aside to actually put my awareness inside of that other person, to feel it as they would feel it. The child in Africa that's standing there in the photo with a distended belly and the fly on his head and with the dulled eyes. What does it feel like to actually be that child, to feel that chronic hunger and the physical weakness, the mental slowness, to feel that fly on my head, to feel that my mouth is dry, to just feel that and to know that tomorrow is going to be that same feeling. And that if I do get to eat, I'm not going to really feel nourished. It's as though that to be an empath means to get in there and stay with that other person's experience long enough so that you really get what it would be to be that person, or be those people, or be in a war-torn situation, be constantly afraid. What would that be to actually be in the experience of it? Whereas if I were only empathetic, and I don't say that lightly, but I could feel from a distance. I could go, wow, thank God somebody's doing something about hunger in Africa, because it's unbearable to look at the pictures of these children. It hurts to look at the picture of these children. But I'd still be back here not feeling it like they feel it.
Do you think that there, between the distinctions between the two, do you think that one is more applicable with moving forward and creating more action than the other? Or
no,
it's not about
I
that?
think it's about emotional courage on the part of the empath. The emotional courage to feel another person's pain at that level.
Would you share an example where you had that experience yourself? Would you like to share an example?
I certainly can. In my own background, I was shamed intellectually and for not being good enough for God, and I had the opportunity to feel somebody else's shame who was sexually shamed. And it was a different experience of shame. The feeling of the desire to be invisible was not a part of my shaming, but I felt inside myself just the pull to hide. And I could feel the sexuality coming at me and me shrinking. Those were not feelings that I had growing up. But I could feel those feelings in this other person. And I got to stay with those feelings long enough to be able to get a sense about how that person could build a stairway out into visibility that felt safe and that felt like being exposed didn't make you a sexual target. And even if it did, you'd be able to be present there and not be damaged anymore, not be hurt anymore by that.